Somebody asked me on the TikTok video that I posted, and I decided to put a video here as well about it, which was, how can I manifest my specific person and how do I stay consistent in experiencing this life that I choose now, right? So, first, you need to understand what consistency really is. You see, when you're trying to stay consistent, you are trying to control the three-dimensional world and the three-dimensional outcomes. Now you're doing two things. One, you're internally trying to make the external look a certain way, and two, you are always checking the external in comparison to what your internal is, right? You're doing two things instead of just doing one, which is returning to your I am awareness that I am God, that I am source, that I am the three-dimensional world. So no matter what it looks like, it must be unfolding for me, right? When you start measuring what's happening, they texted me today, but they didn't text me yesterday. They may text me tomorrow, but I might not receive one. It doesn't really matter, right? You're riding external waves. True consistency is internal. It's spiritual. It's beingness, right? It's I am staying aligned with my own I am awareness that I am God. I am everything I desire to be, no matter what. Jesus says, no man can serve two masters, Matthew 6:24, right? Either you serve the master within your I am your source, or you serve the external world, making that the illusionary master where you're constantly tossed back and forth. And that's what your experience is going to be. You're looking there, then you're looking in here, and then you're looking in here, and you're looking out there. Every time you return to your I am awareness, your I am beingness, you are serving one master, and you are serving that master as the master. Then because you are the master, you are self, you are God within, right? You are saying as God within, I'm remembering myself to be God within, to myself, to my higher self. We understand that we have a higher self, that we are the higher self as well, and that higher self is unfolding everything via your constant awareness of who and what you say you are, right? You are being God of your reality. You don't have to control 3D outcomes. Why? Because you are 3D outcomes. You are everything. You're resting in the being. You literally don't have to do anything because everything is you. What would you try to do? You don't try to heal your hand when you get cut, right? You just go. And it does it on its own. Why? Because you trust your body to just do it for you. Yeah, you'll do things that are required for you to do in the moment. Put some antiseptic, put a bandage, so it's bleeding all over the place. But the larger part of your body is actually doing it for you. That's what reality is, right? If you can imagine your desire, it exists. If you can think of something, if you can imagine something, if you can assume something, if you can affirm something, if you can be aware of an idea, the idea exists in some manner, in some way, in some fashion, in some whatever. It just exists, right? You couldn't be aware of something that doesn't exist. Why? It doesn't exist. That's literally why, right? And the universe cannot show you evidence of something you lack. How can it show you that? It can't. It literally cannot do that because it can't show you something you don't have because you don't have it. Because if you understand you are the universe, you can't show yourself what you don't have. It is cyclical, but for everything, not just what you have, but for lack, it cannot show you what you don't have because you don't have it. And if you know that you are the universe, you know that you can't show you what you don't have because you're saying it. You're seeing it within, right? So even with relationships, you don't desire perfection. It is perfect. You desire fullness of that perfection. That's what you really desire, right? The love, the passion, the imperfections, the whatever. And it doesn't matter if it's a lover. It could be a sibling. It could be a parent. It could be a child. You want the full experience of being a parent, a lover, a sibling, a whatever, a friend. Right? You actually want the full experience of experiencing your specific people in the way that you desire to experience them. Like if you want to have a birthday party, you don't just only care about your specific person, you care about all the people that are coming to your birthday party. You want to have a good time with all of them, right? If you're having your parents' birthday or your son or daughter's birthday, you want to have a good time with them. You want them to have a good time. You want the experience to be good. You see, the consistency is you always coming back to your own I am awareness. Even if it's someone else's birthday, it comes from you. The experience literally comes from you. I know it seems nuts where someone else's birthday, the experience of your experiencing of this event comes from you. But it makes sense when you think about it like that, right? Where else can it come from? That's consistency. So that's how you manifest your specific person. I exist as God, I exist as source, I exist as that which I desire to be right now. So all of those things, all of the questions, all of the how do I be specific, how do I be consistent, how do I be, is you being the identity of how do I be, except just accepting the I am. And whatever it is I am being that. The version of myself that accepts it. Yes, it doesn't matter if you spiral now and then. It doesn't matter if you get angry now and then. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. Why? It's as if the world is literally showing you, hey, the stuff that you're thinking, the things that set you back, they don't matter. Why? Because you see other people in your reality that you have put there who have setback, who have done things that society, including them, don't like that they did. And yet they are famous, yet they are rich, yet they are wealthy, healthy, free, in love, experiencing love in the most fantastical ways that you can imagine. You put them there to show yourself that nothing you have done, nothing you can do will prevent you from having that same love, having that same heightened experience of reality. Nothing. If you can imagine something, it exists. That's it. That's it, and I am that which I imagine myself to be. What does that mean? Why is it you are that which you desire to be? It's actually quite literal, because sometimes we get the idea that manifestation coaches, gurus, spiritual guides, biblical texts, they're not being literal. We have the sense that you're not being literal when you say, no, you can be, don't have anything you want, as long as there's some hidden clause thing that we always have in the back of our mind. Like you're imagining being with this specific person, and in the back of your mind says, no, but what if I just meet somebody else who is almost like that, and I have to say yes to them, or I don't have to say yes to them, and I end up with them. You always have this hidden agenda at the back of your mind, but there's no hidden agenda. There's nothing. There's just another agenda. There's this another reality. It's another reality that you are comparing what you are looking at. It's like that, right? But you're looking here. Accept that this is here and then focus here, right? That's it. That's literally it. When you accept that all things are infinite, where you can be with a specific person, or you can be with that specific person, but that specific person can be with somebody else in their awareness of reality, their unfolding of reality, their beingness of reality, has nothing to do with you. There are infinite versions of everything. There are infinite versions of everything, and you basically just want to experience one of those infinite versions that you just are. That's it. That's literally it. All you're doing is saying, everything's infinite. I just want to experience my part of infinity from my physical viewpoint. So my part of infinity, my physical viewpoint with that physical being, that's what I want to experience. That's it. That's who I am. That's it. I am. That's literally it. I am awareness. It's not a big... it's not a big deal. It really isn't. It's not a big deal. It feels like a big deal, and I get it. Like I read the emails where it's like I feel like I'm being tormented from the inside out because I can't be with my specific person. Right? You're not loving them. You're lacking them, and that lack is telling you, hey, you don't lack this. You don't lack this. You don't need this. This is a cherry on top of you already existing. It's not even that. It's part of it, right? So that's really what I mean, right? What you are doing, truly, what you are actually doing in reality is basically saying there is an infinite variation and rearrangement of reality. Those rearrangements don't change. They exist as those arrangements, but I experience one of those arrangements rearranging itself for the specific experience. That experience just exists. It's one of the viewpoints that you have as a physical being that you are experiencing being. You exist in one of those viewpoints. You are just choosing a viewpoint and saying, this is who I am. This viewpoint that I have right now, that's not physically experiencing that, is unfolding and changing into that physical viewpoint and experiencing of that which I am, because I say so. That's it. That's all you're doing. So make it blasé in a sense, right? Make it blasé, but you know that you love it. Make it blasé, but you know that it makes you ignite. Make it blasé, but know that the thing that you are imagining lights you up from your very core because you want it to, because you love that it does, because it does, and you want it to do that. And say, yeah, I am this end. I assume I am this end. I assume that it's unfolding perfectly from within me because I have, from this viewpoint, cast myself into that viewpoint as that viewpoint, embodying it. So it must unfold because I am the evidence of it existing. And I am your host, Reese. This is Rewrite Your Reality. Thank you all for being here. Much love, much light. I have a Facebook group if you want to join that and ask stuff there. You can DM and you can DM me for extra details, and you can post stuff in the group community chat. Everybody likes to, quite a few people like to chip in and ask, and more people are doing that every day. More people are asking questions all the time, which is great. I love it. If you want to get a hold of me directly, email me, please. The email is in the description box below somewhere, and you can check the TikTok page out as well. That's also growing every day. I love it very much, and much love. Take care, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.